Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of the Soft Skills channel, and today we will talk about non-verbal communication. This is part 2 of our communication series, where in part 1 we have talked about the verbal communication and the tips which you can use to improve it, and today we will talk about the non-verbal communication. Now when it comes to non-verbal communication, there is a very famous rule called the 7-38-55 rule, which basically states that 7% of your communication depends on your words, 38% depends on your tone, and 55% depends on your body language. Now the tone and body language both are basically non-verbal communication. So in other words, what this rule is suggesting that 93% of your communication depends on your non-verbal gestures and your tone. So in this video, we will talk about 4 things you can do to improve your non-verbal communication. The first tip is maintain eye contact. This is the most fundamental thing you need to do when it comes to non-verbal communication. You know, when you're talking to someone and you're looking around and the person you're talking to is not even sure whether you're talking to them or somebody else, or you're just, talking to yourself. So eye contact basically gives the gesture to the audience that yes, you are paying attention, you're talking to them. Now, when it comes to virtual meetings, look directly into the webcam. I know it's harder to maintain eye contact in a virtual meeting because you're not just looking at one person, you're looking at a lot of different small boxes there, but try to look directly into the webcam, which is hard, by the way. When I actually started recording these videos, I had the habit of looking into the viewfinder. And the problem with that is that when you're constantly looking in the viewfinder, for instance, right now I'm looking into my viewfinder, it's not giving the eye contact which is required for me to talk to you guys. At the beginning, it's very hard to look at the lens instead of looking at the viewfinder, but as you practice, it gets better. The next tip is perfect your posture. Now, if you're just, slouching around in a meeting and you're just lying down like that, of course, it's okay if you are having a very casual discussion with your friends, but if you are having a proper formal meeting, it's very important that your posture is upright, and that gives an impression that yes, you are paying attention, you're attentive, you're not sleeping, and it gives that visual indication that you are actively listening. Remember, we talked about active listening in our listening video, which I'll put the link somewhere here and you can watch it. But active listening is an important part of your communication, and your posture gives that non-verbal cue that yes, you are attentive, you are listening, and you are engaged in the conversation. The third tip is smile and nod along. If you are in agreement with what is being said by the other person, just give them a non-verbal gesture so that they are reassured that yes, okay, you understand their point. Now, it's not necessary that you just smile and nod all the time, even if you disagree. Of course, if you have a disagreement, then you interject and ask a clarifying question or raise your disagreement in a respectful way. But giving these visual cues as to how you are finding the conversation on, what is your view is important. Of course, with your verbal cues, you will express your acceptance or your objection to what is being discussed. But at the same time, giving those visual cues or non-verbal cues is also very important. And the last tip is relax. If you've got some anxiety before the meeting, just take a deep breath. I explained the 4-step breathing process in one of my prior videos. I will put a link somewhere here again. But the important thing is that you do not need to look very tensed in meetings, because otherwise people will think what's wrong with this guy? So try to be at ease, even if it's an uncomfortable conversation. Take a deep breath and relax so that you can actually handle the situation rather than becoming very nervous and then people are getting the wrong cues from your non-verbal gestures. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have got any questions about this video or any of the other content that we post on our channel, feel free to reach out to me on social media and I would be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Keep watching.